results that have been announced, which is pointing to a victory for Felix Tshisekedi. Now, for more on the Democratic Republic of Congo, we're now joined in studio by Jean Bwasa from the Congolese Peoples Organization in South Africa, and also by Yakhim Cleopas Kitombole, who's the Union for Democracy and Social Progress spokesperson, and that's Felix Tshisekedi's party. Gentlemen, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bienvenue à tous.
Merci.
Merci.
Okay, so let me start. Your leader won,
Yes.
has got this victory. In our headlines, we're saying it was a surprise. Was it a surprise for you?
Right. I want to thank you first for the opportunity, Peter, and I greet everyone. Really, it must be a surprise simply because at a certain given time, you could see that the media was captured. The media was captured for the favor of Fayulu or Shadari. So Felix Tshisekedi was kind of sidelined. So that is the reason why it is a surprise. And yet, on the ground, the situation was completely different. So we were just kind of surprised to see why the whole media, when you turn to Al Jazeera, you turn to European channels, they're all talking about Fayulu. And yet, on the ground, the popular candidate is Tshisekedi. Tshisekedi is the son of Etienne Tshisekedi that has been in fight for years. So 32 years of fight for looking for possibility of restoring democracy in the Congo. So as we speak right now, Etienne Tshisekedi's body is still in the fridges in Belgium. So there is a party that is fighting. What is it that we do so that we may recuperate the power and be able to bury our men with dignity? So there is the way that struggle on the ground. So that is the reason why the international community that expected Fayulu to win, they are kind of surprised. But the reality was that it was Felix Tshisekedi, the man on the ground, doing the work.
All right, so I'll turn to you now. It's been a long struggle for the Congolese that have wanted a peaceful transition, a democratically elected president. It has finally arrived, but I guess the real work only begins now.
Well, the real work really begins now, and I may thank SABC for the work that it has done for the past 6 or 7 years, since 2011, that we are trying to break the walls of SABC and being able to get our message across. But it is also an opportunity for us to thank and show our message of gratitude toward the SADC leaders, and mainly His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa and President Lungu of Zambia, who had to pressure at the last minute Joseph Kabila so that these results that were being awaited for a long time to be released, and finally, as the people of the Congo, we have got such a relief. So to tap on your question, I do believe that the victor in this struggle, very long struggle, it's not only from Kabila, but it is from 1960s that the Congolese people haven't been able to breathe, haven't been able to find the peace and the ultimate democracy that they wanted. So today, we are celebrating our victory, including here in South Africa. And I commend the diaspora that has been celebrating, because how many times have we been toy-toying and we have been cast by the police here? But today, I must say, this is a great victory for the people of the Congo. This is a great victory for the entire Africa, because it is an African solution that has been provided to Africans, mainly in the Congo, where Frantz Fanon said that Africa has the shape of a revolver where the trigger is placed in the Congo, and that trigger now must yield for peace, stability, and development so that we can do business.
Yes, a lot of work certainly that needs to be done. So the French are surprised that Fayulu didn't win, and there's some other countries who might be saying the same. It sounds almost like a situation that people might compare to other countries in West Africa, where international powers had a preferred candidate. Is this a concern for you now that your president is the one that's come into power?
Now, I don't think it is going to be a concern for us, in the sense that the international community, we understand that the level of the party, UDPS, which is the Union for Democracy and Social Progress, we understand that what exactly the international community is looking for. You know that the Congo is a very potential country when it comes to resources. Even if these resources are limited, you can't just sit in there and continue to exploit. Today, we no longer talk about Kimberley. We reached the reef of the Kimberley mine, and the diamond is gone. So these resources that are given to us are limited. So we have to be very careful as far as exploiting these limited. It means it must benefit the country. So we think this is the right time for us for kind of catering as far as our minerals are concerned. So the international community can be surprised because maybe they were given a certain upper hand as far as exploiting the minerals are concerned, especially just digging minerals and not really considering the people of the Congo. It's true that we don't eat minerals. We also at certain given times say, look, we also need peace. We also need a bread on the table. We also need to be considered as human beings. But still, we can even, the Congo is so rich to the point that we can forget about minerals on the ground and still survive. We have so many things. We have the forest, we have water, we have so many things that we can survive by. So we know what the international community is looking for. So we have made them feel ease that whatever that they would like to get, they are going to get still. But at the same time, the people of the Congo can also benefit.
All right, I'm going to come and talk to you just now about President Kabila, the former president, soon to be. DRC is a huge country, and it has had different issues and problems at different parts of the country. Do you think it's possible to bring all of the Congolese together, the rebel forces that are still operational in parts of the country? Will they put their guns down and join the people?
He who dares wins, do they say, isn't it? And I do believe at this point of time, we are not going to miss our destiny as Congolese. And we are calling upon the leaders, Felix Tshisekedi, congratulating him. The outgoing president, Joseph Kabila, we are thanking him first because for the first time we would have a living president who's going to hand over the baton to another president. And we're going to work together for peace to prevail, for those militias to put their guns down so that this scourge of violence must cease. There's no way we can build a country when we have instability. There's no way we can have development when we have people that are being killed on a single day basis. The only way we can do that is to bring peace. So we are calling upon every single leader in the Democratic Republic of Congo to call for peace and unity so that we're going to rebuild the bridges of understanding. You know, it's 450 languages in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's 450 languages that have been able to live together during Mobutu's time. He had his own rules, but we live together as a nation. We live together as people. So it is about time that we address those issues. It is possible for us to be able to live as one community, one people, and one nation. Okay. We will have to do the identification of the people because there is an issue that they are not mentioning by the media, whether it is the media from overseas or the media from Africa. But it is very important in this time when they're talking about free trade in Africa. How are you going to make free trade in Africa when the people cannot move around? And that's my call to the AU members and head of state as well as the SADC. Free trade, but with human people that can shake hands and greet each other and have a smile. We need to put a smile. Finally, we can put a smile on our faces for the Congo.
So there's a lot of Congolese who were not happy with President Kabila, who accuse him of having done many things during his rule. What's going to happen to him? Is he going to get a free pass and live happily ever after?
Right, that is a very crucial question, Pierre. This is where the DRC that took place in South Africa is going to play a role even in the Congo. So South Africa being a rainbow nation, we can also say that there is another new rainbow nation in the rising that is in the Congo. So our president, Felix Tshisekedi, has played a card just similar to the card that Nelson Mandela played for the South Africa to be what it is today. So we're going to do our best so that we may accommodate each and everyone. So we don't want to threaten anybody. That is the reason why even the president felt at ease to hand over the presidency so that we may build the Congo together. So it's going to be a Senate in his own country. He was worried about his own businesses that he's running in the country. We assured him that you are going to continue running your businesses in the country peacefully, but at least give the Congolese an opportunity where you didn't, for example, succeed. Somebody may do something better for the people, because the sufferings of the people of the Congo has reached a certain level. So we not only extending that hand of friendship, the hand of reconciliation to the president, to his family, to his political family, but also to even the political parties that contested elections together with us. So we want all of us to put hands together and see what we do for the uprising of our beautiful country, the Congo of our ancestors.
Right. Okay. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Désolé.
Okay, I wanted to just say something.
Yes.
That is to thank the country of South Africa for the role that it is playing. The constitution that we have defended for Kabila not to go beyond the 2 mandates that he was given found its roots here in South Africa at Sun City. So we want to be very grateful to South Africa, the South African government, to say that the job you have started must not end here. This is the time now we need investors from South Africa. South Africa now is a non-permanent member of the Security Council. It can still play a major role to go forward as far as the Congo is concerned. So our hands are open, our doors are open for South Africa for investment.
Okay, the word is true. I think we're going to have this conversation again. Désolé, we really have run out of time, but thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming through. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Avec plaisir.
Peut-être the next time we talk, it will be in Kinshasa.
Thank you.
Totally.
Thank you.
For sure.
Brilliant.